we are going to use a 5-gallon paint stir stick and make a stunning coastal or nautical swag wreath. Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. With me is my sweet Rocky, and together we are going to have some fun and make a beautiful swag for your front door. Let's go through the supplies we're going to need, starting with our 5-gallon stir stick. The Deco mesh that I'm going to be using is 18 feet, which is 6 yards, more than enough for this type of wreath. For a new twist, we are going to use a 2.5-inch Deco mesh ribbon. Next, I'm going to use some of this ribbon that I just got at Costco, along with this shimmery white one from the holidays, but since we're doing a glam wreath, it's going to be fine. Both of these are wired and 1.5 inch. We're going to need some pipe cleaners. For our sign, I'm going to be using this set of 3 that I found at the DollarTree, and I thought it was absolutely adorable. When I make a swag wreath, the first thing I do is make sure I have the ability to hang it. So what I have been doing lately is I grab an awl and 2 pieces of something that's the same height, whether it's 2x4s or whatever you have on hand. Wherever you decide to put the awl through, just put that in the center of your 2 pieces. With an awl, go in and just make this circular motion going in. I'm telling you guys, I am somebody weak, and if I can do it, you can do it. There it is, so easy, so quick. Grab a piece of floral wire or grab whatever you have on hand, whatever you want to use, and just make a loop. Pull it through. Halfway through, I'm just going to twist. I have about a 12-inch floral wire, way longer than I need, cutting about 1 inch off. After I twist it, I'm just going to fold it in, bring it back, twist it to kind of give it a nice secure area on top, and I have my loop. The 5-gallon stir stick is 21 inches in length, and there is usually a side that has a ruler. This is usually the top of my swag because I like to make sure that I get the center and it's easier to attach my pipe cleaners. For our pipe cleaners, we're going to put a set of 2 in the center and set of 2 on each side. Gives us 6. 2 more and put those in between. The first 2 are going on 10.5 inches. That is our center. Bringing my pipe cleaner together, I'm going to pull it to one side, twist it on that side. That's because our first attachments are going to be to the outside of our swag wreath, and this is going to make it easier for us to attach. The second pipe cleaner is going right next to the first one. They're basically one on top of the other. Going to twist it on the opposite side. The second double I'm going to put on the 2-inch mark. Just the same, one pipe cleaner is going to be twisted to one side. The other one right next to it is going to be twisted on the opposite side. Our third double is going on this side at 2 inches, and it's usually right around this groove, maybe a little bit over, but you know what? It's going to be fine. Just put it as close to the 2-inch mark as you can. And the reason I want to do this is because I want to make sure that the wreath is as big as it can be and it's poofy. We have the 2 singles. These I'm going to twist right in the center and on top. That's because we're going to attach the Deco mesh last to these guys, and we need to make sure we are able to find them at the end. The nice thing about using a stir stick is you're dealing with raw wood. So what I like to do is grab your hot glue gun and just put some hot glue in between the 2 pipe cleaners and kind of push them together. This should keep them in place and not move anywhere. A nice dollop right underneath the single. When it comes to the bottom one, I do something different. I'm going to put, of course, some hot glue in between, kind of squeeze them together, make sure it's kind of sealed in there. But I will also take a little piece of felt. You can use ribbon. I'm putting hot glue sideways so that I can attach this piece of felt right over it. I want that extra seal at the bottom because if anything happens and this part slides off, it will slide off the rest of the wreath. Now, I've never had this happen, but then again, I've always liked using this method, or at least hot glue the 2 pipe cleaners. Now I'm ready to attach my Deco mesh. Look how pretty that is. And my Deco mesh ribbon, and all I'm going to do is put the ribbon right in the center, and it's going to add a little bit of an element to my Deco mesh. Let's bring it together. Going to attach it to one of my side doubles, and then we'll chat about how we're going to attach everything. When we start attaching our Deco mesh, the first thing we're going to do is go around our stir stick. So we're going to go to all the pipe cleaners that are attached on the outside, meaning basically to the doubles. If you want to make it easier for yourself, you can make all of them 10-inch or 12-inch. I'm going to be doing a little bit of variety. You will see how I go as we're going along. Basically, where I have a smaller space, we're going to make it smaller. Where I'm making bigger loops, we're going to make it bigger. Here in the center, we're going to make them really big because there is a lot of space in between these. Because we're using a 10-inch Deco mesh, we're going to go around 2 times. If you're using 21-inch Deco mesh, going around once is going to be sufficient, but because this Deco mesh is not as full as a 21-inch Deco mesh, that's why we're doing this twice. For the top, I'm going to be doing 12 inches, and then on the sides, 14. Let's measure off our 12 inches. Our Deco mesh is being rolled onto the table to make the loops easier for us. First, I'm doing that top loop, attaching to the opposite side. Going to do the sides. This is where we're going up to 14. Nice tight twist. And 1 twist is more than enough because you're going to build on top of it. We're at the other side of our swag wreath, and here we're going to do a 12-inch loop, 2 14-inch loops. I'm where I started making my loops, so I'm going to repeat the process, same measurements, 12 on the sides and 14 in the center. On the second time around, I'm going to use up a little bit more of this Deco mesh ribbon, pull it out just a little bit, give it another inch or 2 on top of the 12. So I measured my 14, and then I'm going to pull this one out just a little bit, maybe 1.5 inches, and attach. It's going to build volume on my wreath. I went around twice. Now we're going to fill in the center. A 10-inch loop from one side of the double to the other, and then another 10-inch loop from here to here. It's going to fill this area up nicely. Then from one single to the other single, a 15-inch loop, and then from this single to the one side is 10, and from here to here is 10. Let's do this. 10 inches going across. Going to let the ribbon loose a little bit. I have more of this ribbon than I have of this one anyway, so I don't mind letting it loose a bit more. Measuring another 10 inches. We're going to go to the first single. Attach. Now we're going to fill in this center part. You can do anywhere from 12 to 15 inches in the center. 10-inch loop to one of the sides. And that looks like is all I have with this Deco mesh. On our last loop, measuring our 10 inches. Let's get some more of this ribbon out. The way I like to attach this is instead of just laying it, I like to put that tail underneath. Give it a few twists. I'm not going to cut whatever the tail is on here. It can just fill in that area, not a big deal. Now I'm going to go around and poof things out. I'm more laying things out than poofing things out because I pretty much poofed it out as I was going along. This is Burlap Deco mesh. It pretty much listens to you as you're working. Next, we're going to get started on adding the ribbon. I'm going to start with this gorgeous ribbon. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have 4 ribbon bundles, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and a big old bow in the center. My ribbon pieces are 12 inches in length, and I'm just going to fold the ends and make dovetails. Same thing with this absolutely glam ribbon. We're going to need 4 pieces at 12 inches in length. So I'm going to grab my beautiful bow maker, 2 dowels right in the center, one next to the other. Since this ribbon is gorgeous and I don't mind seeing a little bit of both colors, we're just going to zigzag up and not twist in the center, measuring a 6.5 inch tail. I don't need this to be too long. I'm going to start making my loops. My loops are going to be 5 inches in length. So 5 inch on this side, and as you can see, the pretty blue and the dark aqua. Going to push the tail to the side, measuring 5 inches, and then make 2 more loops, just the same, cut off at 6.5 inches. Going to bring in this gorgeousness. As you can see, it is one-sided. We are going to have to twist in the center. After I measure off my tail, I'm going to put the tail to the side so it's not in our way. Twist so that when my loop comes up, I can have the pretty on the other side. Whenever I change up ribbon, I like to go up about 1/4 inch, about 4 3/4. Same thing on this side, 4 3/4. And every time I go through the center, I do a little twist. Cut off at 6.5 inches. I'm going to repeat the same process, but instead of 4 loops, I'm going to only do 2. This time, I'm going to put my tail on this side since I have one starting right there. Measure off our 6 inches. And now when I do this, I'm going to have that blue on this side and it's going to be evened out. Let me measure to make sure that I'm doing 4.5 inches this time because I'm going down 1/4. And of course, you can do as many layers as you would like. Let's cut this off. You don't have to do 6.5 inches. You can definitely do it shorter. The reason I like them a little longer is if I feel like I need the length, I have it. And if not, then I can just cut it shorter. And now my last one is this gorgeous white one. I'm going down 1/4 once again. So now it's 4 1/4. Twist and do the other side. When you do this going down like that slowly, what you create is a dome effect on your bow. And you're going to have a beautiful bow. Let's measure off 6.5 inches. Grabbing a zip tie, we're going to bring everything together. And what I like to do is I like to hear the first few clicks while the bow is still on my bow maker. Now I'm going to take it out. If you want to make sure that your bow is centered, it's very simple, my friends. Fold it in half like this, and then unfold it, of course, and give a few more tugs to that zip tie. Then I'm going to grab a pipe cleaner and put it right over the center and twist it in the back because that is how we're going to attach this to the wreath. Now I'm going to do something really weird, my friends. Remember that loop in the center that we did? What I'm going to do is first I'm going to find the center of it, pull it to the top, put it down, and I'm going to take those double pipe cleaners, and you know what I'm going to do? I am just going to twist them together. All of them nicely twisted, and I'm going to hide them underneath one of those poofs. That's it. We still have the area covered, but this is where our bow is going to go. So let's just do that right now. Put the bow in the center. I'm not going to open up the bow until the very end, of course, for obvious reasons, because we're going to just go back and forth, and we don't want to mess with the ribbon too much until we're ready to open up the bow. When it comes to the ribbon we pre-cut, we're going to attach them to the doubles on the sides. Just put 2 together, fold, and attach. Twisting the pipe cleaner up, I'm going to cut about 1 inch from the connection, fold that back. Same thing goes for the rest of the bundles. Someone's upset I didn't let him play with the ribbon. Did you see that tail wagging? That's right. I get attitude around here. Next, I'm going to take these single pipe cleaners and make sure that I just twist them up and hide them. If you haven't done it already like I haven't, let's make dovetails on the bow. The wreath base is all set. Now it's time to get our signs ready. And I decided to use these 2 bottom ones, the little seahorse and the starfish. To attach the signs, I'm going to use one pipe cleaner per sign. As usual, I make a little flat area on the pipe cleaner so I can attach it. A little hot glue, then put the pipe cleaner right over it. And then I'm going to put hot glue going up and down. Grab a piece of felt. You can use ribbon, you can use fabric. I just like to use scraps of felt that's left over. Now I'm just attaching a little bit of hot glue to the pipe cleaners that are holding the signs in place. I already did this one. For my protection, I'm using a silicone finger protector. You can find these at the DollarTree and in any craft store. To cover the back of the wreath, what I like to use is a 2-inch ribbon from the DollarTree. This is a burlap one, and I do like to use finger protectors for this one because it is a bit see-through. First, I am going to fold it and I'm going to hot glue it to the top with my finger protectors. I'm just going to press it down, and that hot glue is going to go through both of the layers. But at the end of the day, it's going to cover this really nicely. And the nice thing about it is you don't need that much ribbon. And look at this, you go from this to this in a matter of seconds, and it's worth it. For the other side, I'm just going to go to the end and add about 1 inch. And now I'm just going to run a line of hot glue just down the center and hot glue it lightly. At the end, I'm just going to fold that back and then unfold it, add the hot glue, nice generous amount, fold it back over and hold in place. In the beginning of the video, you might have seen that I had these picks on my table and I really did want to use them. But when I put them against the wreath, I just felt like it dulled the wreath. So I decided to forego the adorable picks. Starting on the outside, let's just open these up. So pretty. Some of this ribbon over, so you have the blue and the green. How pretty. When it comes to the bow, this is going to be so beautiful. Putting the tails down and our loops are going up. This is going to be a fun bow. To make sure that you have a beautiful poof on top, I'll take 2 of the loops, put them in my hand, and I'll twist them. What this does is kind of pushes those tails to the side because sometimes it's hard to work with all of those tails in your way. But that's all I do is I'll just twist it, and to open it up, I'll make sure that the top is a little bit wider. That way it's taking up all that room and filling in beautifully. Here is what this swag looks like. It's big, it's beautiful. It measures at 30 inches in height and about 12 inches in width. I think this swag wreath turned out so beautiful, and if you're lucky enough to live somewhere by the water, this could be a year-round wreath. Thank you so much for being here. If you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and of course give us a thumbs up because that is what keeps this channel going and us coming back. Thank you for watching this video, and we will see you in our next one. Bye, my friends. Mwah! Oh, so sweet, Rocky, so sweet.